Hey, good morning, everybody. Evan here, owner of the Lumbar Loft, and I wanted to do a video today, getting down to some of the what I call nitty gritty. Right, I wanted to look at my reviews. Now, this is definitely something not for the faint because reviews are rough, but they're usually one-sided, right? If you're not familiar with the review Airbnb process, guests stay, and then they leave you a review afterwards, and then you as a host can rebuttal that. The review show first, your response shows in second. And there's been a lot of topics about the reviews because sometimes people have been leaving malicious reviews to try to jeopardize or sabotage people's listings. And so I've been Airbnb for about 2 years. I've got a couple reviews, and some I've gotten to respond to, some I've had to have removed, and some I wasn't able to get removed, and they just stand. But I want to talk about after I go through them. I want to talk about if they really affect your bookings and the process behind either disputing or removing one of these reviews. So I mean, look, I'm not afraid to step my game up and share, what's going on with me. I mean, because uh, I mean, the more you know, the better chances you have. So I hope you guys like this video. Remember to like and subscribe, hit a follow, and also follow our Instagram page at the Lumbar Loft. So this is my rental, the Lumbar Loft, downtown Baltimore, Inner Harbor. Right now we're at a 4.65, and we got 51 reviews, and we're in Baltimore, Maryland. Entire loft is hosted by me. And so when I first started the Airbnb, I only had it's two bedrooms, technically three, but the third room is a game room. And so we had one, two, three, four, and I was sleeping maybe six. Right, I was going for six, but then as I got more into it, I understood that guests really looking for beds, so I went to eight, and that was just the addition of rollout beds, and it is the entire home. And so let's get to the nitty gritty, the reviews. So right now I have 51 reviews, and I'm at. I mean, you can see my cleanliness was 4.7 out of 5, communication 4.7 out of 5, check-in 4.7 out of 5, accuracy, meaning that my listing is exactly how it looks, 4.8, location 4.5. I should have got, I'm honestly, because of where location is, I should have got a 5.0 on that, and the value 4.7. And so I mean, I'm kind of doing this in real time, so I'm not picking out random reviews that are all good. I'd rather go to the bad ones and rebuttal and explain how all this works. So the first one I'm going to go to is Mika. Now, please excuse me if I, um, don't pronounce anybody's name correctly. Okay, so Mika came in January this new past year. She was solid in the reviews. Well, that's the average. So she said initially the space was seemed very nice and welcoming. Well, thank you, Mika. Initially, upon settling, we found that it was definitely not what we expected. Okay, sorry to hear that. Now, as a host, if you're someplace and you're not getting what you want, why didn't you say anything? Right? Because my process is to respond to your initial request, confirm your the dates and your payment, send you the checking information, then I check on you once you come in, and I check on you before you leave, right? If it's because they're really only staying a day or 2 days. So I don't want to keep hitting people up. It's more like, gradual and one of those open door things. So if she's saying it's definitely not what we expect or she expected, she could have reached out to me anytime because I did check on her to make sure she was okay. She said the couch fell apart as soon as I sat down on it. The closet doors came unhinged, right? And so this is how I know that people are nosy because the couch fell apart as soon as I sat on it, right? Okay, um, the couch is a put together couch, and depending how you sit on it, if you rock back and forth or jump up and down on the couch, pretty much, yeah, those from Walmart has these two hooks. The two hooks are gonna come out if you don't sit on it, and if you I mean, pretty much if you rocking the couch, it's gonna rock apart. And I didn't realize that because if I've only like cleaned it, washed the pillows, slid it over. I didn't really like sit on it and watch a couple movies or spend all day on it. So it may have been something that came loose. And I did notice that right before she came there, and when I was doing the cleaning and walkthrough inspection, I did see that there was something wrong with the couch. So, but it was so close to a booking. What can you do? And that's some of the problems. Like, if you got somebody checking out at 11 and somebody checking at 3, and you find a problem, what are you going to do? Because if you cancel, if it's your fault you cancel, then it affects you. If you tell them there's a problem, they come in angry. It's like such a fine line. And so a new couch was ordered, but it would just have to come, and it came after that stay, after I found out about it. So it said the closet door became unhinged. That's because that closet door is for employees only. There's no handle on that door. And I guess I have a picture of it. The door, I put a cover of a bookcase on it, right? It's like wallpaper. And so it looks like a bookcase and there's no handle. So in order to open it, you have to like slide your hand in there from the back and push it open. The reason why I don't have a handle on it and the reason why I do have it covered is that way so nobody goes into it. But I swear, when I go into my Airbnb, every cabinet, every door has been open, and it's like they go through everything. Now, I don't have a, they're not supposed to do that, first of all, but I know I don't have anything in the house. So it's not like where I keep my stuff. So I do have it separated where anything valuable is in another place, storage. But they go through everything. I'm talking about every drawer, every inch of closet, every cabinet. Just I don't know if they looking for stuff or just curious, but they do that. And so she opened up a door that wasn't supposed to be accessible to guests. And then she didn't say what was in there. There was nothing in there. And so she just opened it, and I came in and I saw it was hanging off. And I'm like, why do they keep opening this? And so if I put a big ugly sign over it that says "Do not touch, do not open, employees only," guess what? They're still gonna open it, and then they're still gonna write reviews about it, and it's not nothing for them to do. It's not a coat hanger. There's hangers when you first walk in the house. You come up the steps. There's hangers at the top of the steps, and then there's hangers in the bathroom, in the bedrooms. So if you're looking for a place to put your jacket or any of your stuff, put it on those hooks, or just ask me. It says the closet door. Okay, it says the dishes were not thoroughly cleaned. Okay, this is the hard part because some people cook, some people don't, and some people will wash their own dishes and put them back. And if I've got literally a certain amount of time, because every guest asks for early check-in, and I don't grant every guest the early check-in, but at the same time, if I'm trying to get ready for them and there's no dishes necessarily in the sink, and if they're in the dishwasher, and let's say they didn't run the dishwasher, even though it is on the list to check, if I have if I did 51 reviews, I might have forgotten to check 5 times, right, the dishwasher, and guess what? She might have been one of those 5 times. So I think in this case, someone had used some dishes. They had dishes in the sink and dishes in the dishwasher. I washed the dishes in the sink, but I didn't check the dishwasher. And so when she said, "Oh, there was dirty dishes," that's because I didn't know they were in the dishwasher. So and she said, "The longer I stayed, the more uneasy I felt, as not sure what else I would stumble upon." Well, because you shouldn't have been looking for anything. Like, if you're looking for anything in a magnifying glass, you're gonna find something. And it's a shame because, like they say, like, how do they find all these things in the human body? Or, it's because science gets better and people look for or now know what to look for and they can pinpoint it. So if you're looking for something and you see it on the news, you're about Airbnbs, and you're gonna spend the majority of your time looking for things wrong instead of just being a guest and enjoying it. And so she's going to say that the space was definitely not worth it. Very disappointed. And I'm very disappointed in you as well because, for one, she came over the holiday. She doesn't know how many guests I had back to back, and she's prematurely judging me based on whatever, and gave me this review. Uh, I mean, she came in there looking for stuff instead of just minding her own business and doing whatever she needed to do. So that's disrespectful. So, and here's my response. I said, "I'm reading your review shocked because you didn't express any complaints after I checked in on you multiple times. You said everything was fine, which she did. Any of these issues could have been addressed immediately, but you did not communicate anything to me during your stay." Meaning, like, I asked her if she checked in, no response. I asked her again, no response, no response. So meanwhile, I'm trying to reach out to her, find out if anything's wrong. She's just rummaging through all my stuff. You checked in and checked out and now writing this negative review. The closet door you're referring to is not for public use, and hence why I moved the handle, but you opened it anyway. See, right there. This means you pulled it from the side, and that's why I fell off track. It's not a closet for guests. Point blank. Did you ever think that? Sadly, the couch was damaged right before your stay, and I discovered it in the morning. I put in a replacement claim with Airbnb, which was approved the day after you left, and since the couch has been replaced. If something is damaged and a guest doesn't inform you and it happens 1 hour before the next guest, that is not enough time to replace it, and the process takes a few days. My place is the largest space available in that area for large guests. You put 2, but you had more people than that, and there was plenty of space for everyone. Even though you leave this review saying it wasn't worth it, you stayed the entire time. My place was able to accommodate your large group and extra people you didn't put in the reservation. Please do not use my place, get what you need from it, then bash my business. Period. Dude, let me repeat that. Please do not use my place, get what you need from it, then bash my business. You said nothing about the location, which was great. Size, space of unit, large and spacious, and comfortability. 2 couches, 2 pull-out beds, and 2 bedrooms. Most guests, instead of cooking, and you have it easily place the dishes back in the dishwasher instead of bashing my unit. And that was a real review from a real guest. She didn't, at all, by all means, wasn't the best at being honest about it. I felt like she came in there to break it down where they should be more, "Oh, yeah, I see them. They got some things to improve, but why would you shout me out like that?" You know? So let's go to Matt. Matt came in December. Matt says, "Very nice place. Definitely will stay again." Thank you, Matt. Really appreciate that. Victor, spacious apartment with plenty of street parking. The rental is great. And Victor, I think, came in town for a football game. So Lillian had a great night at Evans Loft. Location was perfect for where we were going that night. It was nice having free parking right outside the building. You're welcome, Lillian. Trayvon, this place was 10 of 10. I highly recommend it. I'll be back soon. Thank you, Trayvon. Gianna, great location and place to stay. Brooke, the best place so far. I have booked so many games you can play. Such a beautiful place. Thank you. Great location, tons of space. Okay, I'm not gonna keep going. I wanted to read some other bad ones I had, but you know what? I got a lot of good reviews because and that's what I'm saying. Like, one person's misjudgment totally takes away from all the other hard work that people do. Like, this whole process is new. This whole thing is a learning curve, and you don't think that people go through challenges as hosts. You think that, and I wanted to show my face in front of the camera because everybody thinks that everybody does Airbnb is some rich white guy, and he's just, "Oh yeah, this is just my play money." No, it's not. It's not. These are opportunities for other people to legitimize themselves who are hard workers. I take very much pride in a lot of things I do, and it sucks that some bougie person comes in and who's used to Trump Palace, and I say Trump specifically, and then they give you all this negative feedback when they could have just kept it to themselves. Kept it to themselves. And the reason why I say that is because, I was doing something, I had to leave someplace early, and the person was looking at me like, "Yo, why you gotta leave?" And I was like, "Unfortunately, I got an Airbnb book, and I have an Airbnb, and I have to go back and get ready for them to prepare." And the person goes, "Oh wow, I'm jealous." I get it because it's a buzz and it's money coming in, and people look at it like it's just additional, but it's work. There's tons of people at Amazon, right? And there's only one Jeff Bezos, right? Everybody else is working. Yeah, so yeah, I'm in the Airbnb business, and I'm working. It's not a cakewalk. It's not just rain on fall down from the skies, and I have I have peaks and have highs and I have lows, depending on seasonal or just depending on what happens after the guests. I'm in a tough area. I have to manage with a microscope, and I have to be upfront about my rules and responsibilities while being in a unit. And luckily, the hard work has been paying off. But as you can see, a couple people just come in there and just fart all on your place and all your reviews, and it's a shame because we put in the work. I'll read one more. Very roomy, just enough space. Location wasn't bad. Host was respectful and replying perfect time frame. Very clean and very roomy. Location is huge. I mean, come on. I really appreciate it. I mean, because you want some type of condolences or warm wishes for when you put in a lot of work. I mean, we host great. We work hard, and it's time people stop shortchanging you when you do that. So, I just wanted to come in here and I just wanted to come in real quick. I can't see where it is. I just wanted to come in here real quick and just share with y'all some reviews. That's really a private thing, but I'm not ashamed. I'm a hard worker and I believe in the process, and that process is what I'm following. So listen, if you're in Baltimore and you're looking for a place to stay, go on YouTube, type in Baltimore, type in Lombard Loft, search Instagram, The Lombard Loft, and check out ENC Property Homes. So, look, my name is Evan. Please make sure you like and subscribe, and also make sure you leave us some comments and let me know your Airbnb experiences. Let me know your rating system or places you stayed and what experience you've had. Always love to hear these stories. And so, until the next video, wealth and health, y'all.